Man, we had at least, I would say, 4 inches of rain last night. Dude, it was crazy. It poured. And for the first time, there's a corner down on my driveway where I have a drain tube running under the road. Apparently that thing clogged up and there's leaves all over the road and a little bit of the gravel washed away. So anyways, weird video today. I'm going to replace a belt on a Mclane Reel mower. They have a new belt that's made from Kevlar, so I'm going to put that on, show that to you guys. I'll show you a mulch guard that they came out with. I'm not going to use it, but if you have a lot of flower beds with mulch in it, it throws the grass down instead of up and out. And then drainage issues. I'm going to go up to the chicken house. We'll check on the drainage system that I put in. We'll see how that did, because it poured last night. And temperatures are dropping. We're in 10-day forecast shows us getting back down to about 23 degrees. And Saturday and Sunday, there's more rain. So I want to open everything up. But I did come out here. I cut this with the Ego. I was going to cut with a real mower, but it was too tall and wet. So I cut it with the Ego and I sprayed a light coat of Lawn Alive on it again. Why not? Man, that's looking good. That's annual ryegrass, by the way. Someone asked. This is just cheap annual ryegrass that you get from Lowe's or Home Depot. It's the Pennington big 50-pound bag. Well, it's not cheap, but anyways, it's looking pretty good. We'll see if it survives the 20s. So the other day I was reel mowing, and for the first time ever on a Mclane Reel mower, I had a defective belt. The good thing is the belts are cheap. You should, when you buy if you buy a Mclane Reel mower, at least have one of these as backup. I've only replaced a belt maybe once or twice. After about 2 or 3 years, sometimes these belts can get a little bit slippery. They don't have as much bite, and this is what controls the entire unit. That's the nice thing. You don't have to worry about a complex gear system inside here breaking. It's one belt. But this belt on this ultra low cut series, the belt actually separated, which I've never seen before. The belt didn't break, and it's not that big of a deal to actually get it to replace it. I just don't want to take this. If I took this cotter pin off here, pull this arm out, it'd be a lot easier, to be honest. But you know me, I'm stubborn. So I'm gonna try and do it without taking that arm off. So take one bolt out, take the shield off. Now this is a standard belt. If you're interested in one of these, give them a call. They have exclusives on certain models. They're the largest distributor in the United States, period. Give them a call. I'll put a phone number up maybe, or go to their website and look at the models. Mention Doc, and you'll get something either free or some kind of discount. DOZ.com. And so this somehow, there. This belt, I don't know if you can, I'll probably knock over my camera. So, and this belt has to feed back in between this space, which is the hard part. If I took off the spring, it'd be easier too, but I'm trying to be lazy and do this. All right, so it goes around this right here. Yeah, that's it. Belt's back on. Not fit, but look at that. See how it's separated? It actually separated. It didn't break. It actually separated in here and here. That's weird. Never seen that before. That this belt disengages. Sometimes when they're brand new, if you put a brand new belt on, here's what'll happen. The belt hasn't stretched at all, and it's brand new. And so you'll let go of your handle, and then these blades have a tendency to kind of want to just, the belt wants to bite a little bit, and that usually goes away after a few cuts, but you can adjust this. The other thing he sent me, which I didn't want, and I don't think I'll use, to be honest, is a mulch guard. So if you understand how reel mowers work, they cut and they throw grass out like this. And there are actually little fins here that guide it, because you're creating this vortex that throws grass off to one side more than the other. And so the fins that are on here, there's these little fins, counteract that. It sort of throws it the opposite way. But if you come up to, let's say you have a garden with mulch and you're cutting right up to that, your grass, because it's coming out like this, will actually go into your mulch bed. What we do is we do 2 passes so that we don't have to go near the mulch bed. But they came out with a mulch guard, and I don't have to worry about it, so I probably won't use it. And what this does is this directs it down. So you actually just put this on like this, looks like. And then they include some bolts and you bolt it on. So now, let me see if I can get this close to you. So now, instead of it coming out here, it's actually going to be thrown down here. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on and try it one time, but that's your mulch guard. It's pretty easy. It's just 2 bolts. Man, my pond is full. Well, I don't know how much rain we got. I've never seen the pond this full. So actually my aerator pump is actually, I think, submerged in water, and that through the GFCI outlet. I need to run over there and I can hear the tube flowing out there. Man, it must be shooting out, pouring out the back. Can you hear that? That's my pond drain tube. Man, it sounds like a fire hose blasted back there. Man, we got some rain last night, man, and early this morning. I'm recording that so I can see it. Man, holy crap, that thing is just blowing out. Almost busted my ass. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. I got all these trees down here in the way. But man, we never have a creek back here. Oh man, I can see it through here. So when we bought this property, it had a 6-inch metal tube that had rotted out and the whole pond was draining. So they had to tear out this pond berm and we put in a 14-inch plastic pipe, which can pretty much handle anything. And then what you've got, the way they build pond berms, you always have an emergency area and there's an emergency overflow. So this pond berm is all the same height. We had 80 trees taken off this pond berm. You can't have trees on pond berm. You can't have them, they'll ruin it. But see how this dips down? If needed, if there was an overflow event, the pond would actually drain out here. As usual, my hawks are out here. So this is, when I see this pooling over here, that's when I know it's sort of a signal to me that last time this happened, my chicken coop, my guard, all this land slopes this way, and my chicken coop was kind of flooding. It had 3 or 4 inches over like probably about 1/3 of the inside coop. So I built a drain system, and I want to see if that drain system is working. And I'm sorry, I'll have to talk over the chickens. I can actually see water flowing out of the garden into my tube all the way down here, coming down here. I see water coming off here, going into my line over here. This is the line we built up. Now let's see what we got down here. Yep. So I've got a flow. I've got just water just flowing down here. I don't know if you can see it. There's water flowing out of here, coming down here, and then going out here. See it? Man, the top wasn't connected. And we had 24 hours, we got about 4 inches of rain, because there was an inch in here already. Let me pull this off. That's a lot of rain, man. Oh yeah, she's flowing now. Well, if the girls will let me work, what I'm doing is, again, my garden slopes this way. So I have water pooling right here. So what I'm doing is I'm opening up a trench along here. And of course they keep digging in there with me. They won't get out of the way. But now I've got this like river flowing down into here, which is great. Now we've got to block that off though. And you're part of the problem, young man, young lady. But it's flowing. I've got most of this channel opened up now, and you can see how it's flowing all the way down and going into that tube. But if I don't get this covered up somehow, they will just keep kicking crap into it and keep kicking crap into it. PGF complete. Lawn Alive spray. The Lawn Alive spray is not available till spring 2025. People keep asking. And then we got a ton of rain last night. But it's supposed to be sunny, have a couple days, have a break, even though it's going to get cool. So I came out here, put another light coat. I'm using the green bottle. But when I use the green bottle, which is a 20-to-1 ratio, I'm actually doing it pretty quickly. I'm sort of air spraying it. But man, it's just, that looks so good. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed with how this has recovered so quickly. That just looks great. The pond front was looking really bad too, but I did hit this a few days ago. I put a little bit of PGF complete out here and did a light coat of Lawn Alive, and man, let me tell you what, now that's popping back. It's looking great. So I don't know, we must have gotten, we've been in air, we've had times where we've gotten a lot of rain over several days, but this rain last night was like fast. It was hard and fast, and I don't think I've ever had the pond come up that high that quickly. So my aerator, I actually pulled it out of its little tray there and set it up on the dock, and I'm going to leave it up there. It threw the GFCI, and luckily I was able to drain it out and it's running fine. But man, let me tell you what, that was a lot of rain to bring that pond up that high. I can hear that drain tube from here. That's crazy. I've never had this happen before. Some of it's probably from lack of maintenance because it was leaves, but we have this, so like I said, our whole property slopes. It slopes down and it sort of slopes this way, and you can see this looks like a creek. And matter of fact, when we first bought this property, this thing was running 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And I said, oh, it looks like there's a spring there. It's not a spring. This is just a runoff drain. Well, I didn't clear out enough of the leaves this fall. That tube got plugged up, and you can see it flooded over here, carried over. That water was just flowing through here, pushed all these leaves out here. And then it actually took out some of this gravel and pushed the gravel down there in a pile. Dude, that was some serious rain. That was some serious rain. I didn't even realize that till I walked over here, and I was like, why are all those leaves on the driveway? Well, it's because it was pouring rain last night. Got a bunch more videos coming out. I did actually get my Starlink hooked up, and I've been doing a whole bunch of testing all week on it. So I'll give you a little heads up. There's a couple quirks about Starlink, It's fantastic service, but there's a couple quirks that you need to know if you're thinking about buying it. That's about it. Give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. Crows and hawks flying all around. Talk to you later. Doc.